No, you're supposed to be on this side of the camera. Yeah, this side over here. Okay. Close. Come over here. Yeah, I know. Hello everyone and welcome to Fletcher Farms Amarillo. I'm Julie Fletcher. If you missed our YouTube live video on Monday, this little surprise showed up here on the farm. We are so excited. We are so excited to release her gender. Well, I just said it. So I guess I'll just tell you now, it's a little girl and we decided to name her Madison. So if you didn't see our YouTube live video on Monday, she was a surprise. We had a little suspicion that Ellie was pregnant because she was gaining weight a lot faster than Jack was, and she was just a bigger donkey. We didn't know for sure if she was pregnant.
This was a picture from last week of Ellie from the backside, and she's definitely looking a little bit rounder than the rest of the donkeys.
But we had a suspicion, and on Monday, this little girl showed up. So we're so excited to have her here on the farm, and she's just the cutest little thing, and 5 days old, and she's running around and bouncing around like crazy. But it was an exciting day. Cory and I were actually out running some errands, and turned all the horses out after they ate lunch, and we went and ran some errands. And I happened to see the horses all looking in the neighbor's pasture because one of the cows over there had a calf. So all the horses were very excited about the little calf that was born over there. And
this was a video I caught of all the horses going to check out the baby calf in the field next door. I thought it was the cutest little thing. Little did I know that this was about to be happening on our farm here.
And Cory and I left to go run some errands, and just recently released Anna out into the pasture with the rest of the horses, and I never saw what the horses usually do when they're out by themselves. So I told Cory, I'm like, let's take the county road on the way back. So we did, and there was a little black dot in the middle of the field around all the animals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? Did that baby calf get into our field? And Cory's like, I don't know, let's stop and check it out. A couple seconds later, we found out it wasn't, we found out it wasn't a baby cow, it was a baby donkey. So she was a surprise, and we're so excited to have her here on the farm. And she's actually romping around right now. Turn the camera around. Yes, are you romping? What are you doing? Are you romping? That's baby Mabel over there. She's a big sister. But when we figured out it was a baby donkey and not a baby cow, I about jumped out of a moving truck, crawled under the fence, and made sure the horses weren't going to stomp on her because they were all kind of surrounding her and wanting to see the baby. And the baby didn't know who Mom was, so it was a little confusing for her. Oh my gosh! Jack, you got a baby! Oh my God, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It was a little confusing for the baby once the mares all started coming in. She wasn't quite sure who Mom was. This is her trying to nurse from Miley. At this point, we didn't want her to get trampled by the horses, so Cory was over here, you'll see him in a second, trying to hold the mares back. And at this point, we decided that it was best if we just picked her up and brought her back into the barn because the horses were just surrounding her. I wasn't able to catch a video of it, but Cory did pick her up and brought her back to the barn. As you can see from here, it's quite a distance back to our house from where she was in the pasture. So Cory picked her up and brought her back. He said at one point all the mares were surrounding him again, and Charlie swooped in and pushed them all away. And he's like, thanks, Charlie. So that was quite an experience and quite a long walk for him. He said the baby probably weighs about 50 pounds. While Cory was bringing the baby back to the barn, I was on the phone with the vet's office. I wasn't quite sure what we needed to do for this little baby and wanted to make sure that she was off to a good start. So the vet said to make sure that the baby started nursing right away. And from this video, you can see right here, she is nursing. When we found her out in the pasture, she was already dry, so Mom had most likely eaten the placenta, but we weren't quite sure if she did. Cory went back out there with the Can-Am and tried to see if he could find it and didn't see anything in the field because we didn't know exactly where she had given birth. But Dr. Amber was going to come out the next day and do a blood test on the baby to make sure that she had enough colostrum and that her blood levels were okay and that she's getting all the nutrients that she needed from Mama. So this was her first time nursing. While talking to Dr. Amber, she said we needed to keep the baby warm this first night, and since we were about to get a snowstorm, she recommended that we use wheat straw as bedding instead of hay. It'll keep in body heat a lot better than hay will, so Cory ran back out to the feed store and got some straw so we could use that for bedding. These were just some other pictures I took when we got Mom and baby back into the barn. Dr. Amber did say that we needed to keep Mom and baby separated from Jack and Mabel for a little while because Mom and baby needed to bond. So this was when we got Mom and baby into the barn and we put that gate up and then we put Jack and Mabel just on the other side of it. So this was their first night on the farm. And of course, I worried about the baby all night long, so I went out there at about 10 o'clock to make sure that she was okay and that she was warm. And this was her nursing from Mom at probably about 10 o'clock that night. So she was doing really well, and I actually got some sleep that night.
And then the next day, Dr. Amber came out to check the baby to make sure that she was okay. Yes, look at that little face. We were a little unsure about what Mama was going to do with two people inside the pen, and this was a little clip that I got from Dr. Amber giving the baby a checkup. Good girl, mamas.
Good girl.
She's a little, I think she's curious as to what you're doing.
Yeah. She's pretty good as long as she can see the baby. It's when you turn your back to her that she gets
Upset.
aggressive.
Oh, baby. Easy, mamas.
I'm going to hand this to you, Katie, and do a quick exam. You have me a thermometer and a stethoscope.
It's okay, Ellie. It's okay.
You're a good girl, Els.
Yeah, we're
Good
taking care of
job.
her, We're making sure she's okay.
Boy or girl?
Little girl.
Little girl, that's what we kind of thought. It's okay, mamas. Easy, mama.
So the reason we're checking this blood sample is just if that other baby nurse saw her colostrum,
Yeah,
this one wouldn't have got enough, and that's what we're mainly worried about.
gotcha.
97.4. Donkeys are tough. They usually...
I'd say she probably weighs about 45 pounds.
Yeah, I would say she's mostly floofy.
Yeah.
All the way in, and that felt like a 45-pound plate. Good girl, Ellie.
Good girl, Ellie's.
We're just checking your baby. Good girl. She's okay. Yeah.
Heart sounds good. Temp is normal. Check the belly button.
She's feisty.
Touching the combo. Wow. No hernia. Good job, baby. No, not done. Just Alright, kid. We're gonna put it in. I'll have to come back and get you.
Baby's colostrum was perfect, so Mama did eat the placenta, so that was a good thing, and the baby is healthy. Her umbilical cord was good. She didn't have a hernia. Her heart and lungs sound really good. Oh, she's healthy and she's spunky, so we're super excited that she's here and that we have her and gonna live out her life here on the farm with the rest of the animals. So Mama's gonna always have her baby with her. So we're really excited that we're able to do that and give them that type of life. So everyone's doing good. Mama's doing good. She's taking care of the baby and she's super soft. I don't know. I've never felt anything this soft before in my life. I know, you're just the cutest little thing ever. But since today was the first day that's been a little bit warmer, we let her out of just the barn area because we wanted to make sure that she stayed warm and dry. We had some snow and rain and ice, and it was a little bit flooded out here, so we've kept her in the barn for the last couple days. And the vet also said that we needed to keep her inside just to ensure that she bonds with mom and that they have that strong bond after, you know, just being born. So mama's doing really good. Baby's nursing, and all the horses have been coming up to the fence today to see her and wanting to know what's going on with her. And Jack and Mabel have pretty much stayed at the end of the fence pretty much all day. So
Jack and Mabel are very curious about the baby and want to see her. Mama does let her go up to the fence, but definitely is super protective of her and stays right by her side the whole time. These are some other pictures and videos that I captured this week of our little girl's first week on the farm.
hi, what you doing? What you doing? You're so precious. Yeah.
And Aunt Kara and Uncle Jake came over this week to visit baby Madison. I wasn't quite sure what Mama was going to do about Kara inside the pen, but Kara really didn't care what Mama was going to do. She was going inside the pen to see the baby.
No, we don't do kisses yet.
I tolerate pets. Yeah, I don't know about you.
Ellie did really good with Kara being inside the pen and petting the baby. Ellie just stayed in the corner and watched what was happening and didn't bother her at all. So it's really nice to see that Ellie's relaxing a little bit. Since everything partially dried out from the snowstorm that we had, we let Mama and little Madison outside for the first time today, and this was them adventuring out.
What are you doing, little princess?
Madison had no idea what Mom was doing here, so she was definitely confused on what was happening.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. Yes, the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I've never seen baby donkey zoomies before, but here you go. And after all that playing all day long, we were an exhausted little donkey, and she slept good.
First day playing outside, we are exhausted. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, now is definitely the time to subscribe to our channel because there's so many things going on here on the farm between horses and donkeys and goat milk soap and everything that's just going on around here. Now is definitely the time to subscribe to our channel. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow along with our story because we have so much going on. We've had vet appointments and all kinds of stuff happening. So everything's always an adventure here on the farm, and we love sharing our story with you, and thank you all so much for sharing our journey with us. And we'll keep you updated with everything that's happening here on the farm and everything that's going on with the baby. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.